Alright guys, this next project we're going to do is going to be a multimedia hand, and this would have been the example that I have hanging up in my room normally. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how I created it. Now you can do this on any paper that you have. It could be a piece of copy paper like what I have here. It could be a newspaper. It could be construction paper. You could pick a colored construction paper. It really doesn't matter. Just work with whatever you already have at home. So the advice that I will give you while you're outlining your hand, you can see mine is already done. Make sure that your fingers are spread apart like this, otherwise you're going to make kind of a mitten and it's not going to look right. You want this negative space that you can see in between each finger. Also, notice how naturally my wrist wants to kind of come off to the side like this. It's going to look really, really weird if you trace it like that. So you want to make sure that you either move your arm over, straighten it out, or if that's really uncomfortable, just kind of turn your paper. And you'll notice that when you turn your paper, your hand, it's just easier for your hand to line up that way. So you do whatever is easiest for you. Also, when you guys are tracing, make sure that you've got your pencil standing upright like this, like I have. I'm just going to kind of pretend like I'm doing it. Make sure that it stays up like this and go really slow around your fingers. Don't hold it like you normally would a pencil, kind of like this at an angle, because that's how you're going to get those really wonky fingers that are really, really skinny and just don't look right. So once you get your hand drawn, and you can erase and redraw anything that you want, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to divide it up into spaces. And for me, I did 8 because I did 8 different mediums. So we remember that mediums are just, it's a really fun word for art supplies. So starting up here, I used oil pastel. Here I used Sharpie. This is watercolor, marker, cut paper, crayon. This is just a pencil using value, and then down below the last box is colored pencils. So if you have all of those supplies, then maybe you want to do 8 different boxes. If you just have a couple supplies, that's okay too. Do as many as you want. All I did was either use a ruler and divide my paper up, or for me, I just went ahead and folded it. So really quickly, I'll show you how I folded it. I folded it in half this way. And then I took this, opened it up, and the next thing I'm going to do is just fold to the line that I just created. Open that up, and then the last part I'm going to fold to that line that I created. So that's how I got 4 boxes going all the way down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last step would be 1 line through the middle. If you have a different way that you want to divide though, feel free to do that. More boxes or less boxes, either one is okay. If you don't have as many art supplies as I have here, there's other ways that you could do it too. You could do warm, cool, cool, warm, and kind of go back and forth and make some kind of pattern. Or you could just do, you could repeat some of yours. So if you just want to do oil pastels in a couple boxes, you could do that and then mix it up and maybe put Sharpie and a couple of the other boxes, or you could just do different values and different patterns just with a pencil or with crayon or marker. So it really is up to you. If you only have a couple different mediums to work with, that's fine. What I did first though, is I kind of traced over all of these lines that I just creased in, just so I know kind of where to stop and start when I'm making my patterns. You want to make sure that your patterns are different on your hand and around your hand, because you want your hand to kind of stick out. So if you did the same pattern on your hand and around your hand, you may not be able to see it. It may be kind of camouflaged. So now that we've got all those lines in there, you can tell on my example here, for instance, on the hand right here, I did these zigzag lines kind of going vertically across, like this. And then on the outside, I did just polka dots, something kind of easy. This one I did this fun little pattern. This is the colored pencil. I did fun patterns. I don't know, maybe they look like rainbows or something. And since it was such a busy pattern on the outside, I just colored the inside in nice and solid. So this one was kind of rainbow, and this was rainbow, but in a completely different manner, different directions, different kinds of lines. So whatever you create, have a lot of fun with it. I would draw everything out in pencil first. So if you have anything that you can trace with, like if you've got certain things around the house that you can use as tracers, you can for sure do it. If not, just freehand it. It's okay. You may not have rulers. You may not have scissors. I don't know. I really don't know what kind of stuff you guys have at home. But use whatever you've got going on around you. So keep it kind of simple. If you want to just do lines, you don't have to use your ruler. You just kind of put these lines in there. Just remember, anything that you draw, you're eventually going to color in. So make sure that it's something that you can color in pretty easily. So if I'm going to do lines here, maybe I'll do swirlies out here. So I won't finish my whole one. What I'm going to do is you'll find this video in your assignment folder, and you will also find just like a JPEG of my example that I've got to the left here too. So you can get some ideas of the different mediums that I've used. You can get some ideas of different patterns you might want to use on your hand. Just like in real class, like if we were really in school right now, this is not something I expect for you guys to get done in a day, because I would like some kind of detail. I'm only having the older grades do this, so I would like to have some kind of detail. So even if you don't have a lot of different supplies to work with, what you can do is make a really interesting piece simply by adding lots of detail to each box, or even just maybe every other box, just to kind of beef it up and make it look fun. If you guys have any questions, you know that you can email me either through Schoology, or you can email me just through regular email. No matter what it is, let me know and I can help you guys with it. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. When you're finished with this though, I do want you to take a picture. I don't want you to submit it through Schoology. It is making extra work for everybody, for you guys and for me. I want you to either upload it straight to Artsonia, which there are directions in the communication log that I've started in everybody's different classes. There's directions on how to do that on Schoology in the communications log. Or if it's easier for you to take a photograph and email it to me, that's fine. I can always upload it for you. But doing it through Schoology has been a little bit tricky. So if you need help, again, let me know. But I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Have fun.